Just sending out that tweet and those self-promo messages.
Added everyone in my Discord. Yes, I know I'm about to add 230 plus people. I don't care.
And I'm also, I got a DMCA free playlist.
Oh,
so
that's nice.
Yeah, I painstakingly went through to find out which songs on the playlist are actually DMCA free for both Twitch and YouTube.
And I just use OC Remix because everything they do is DMCA free.
Nut.
And there's Shadox with the first nut. Always with the first nut, Shadox. Okay, I'm gonna run a 90-second ad so the ad can be pushed off for like 90 minutes. And finish sending out the self-promos. Hi, Lucy, by the way. Waka waka. I have someone that routinely comes in my chat, Shadox, as you can see, always likes coming in and getting the first nut button to redeem.
Nut.
Nut.
Hey, remember to hydrate.
Oh, hell yeah. Hi, Phoenix. Hi, Shadox. Hi, Lucy.
Hi, Elise.
Hello! How did you know it was me?
Gee, I wonder.
How?
You know, I used the power of the protagonist to figure it out.
Ah! I've been found out. How dare. Oh no.
I read the book and found out the answer. Is that the source material?
Don't forget. Wait. Sorcerer didn't happen. Are you girls ready for tonight?
No.
Well, neither am I, and that's how it works best.
As ready as I can be.
I mean, I'm just here.
Nah, that's a mood.
Okay, you might be ready, but are you greeny?
Greedy?
Greeny. Like green.
I'm blue.
Okay, so you're
red.
bluey.
Oh.
I don't know, I got this kinda like silvery,
The joke.
sequence of stars.
Eris finally got the joke.
Kind of white.
So I'm happy to begin hosting this again.
I'm happy to be on this.
Me too.
Hi, Naruto.
My Naruto's here. The toes.
Yep, Naruto leads.
Naruto's, I mean?
I don't want to say that.
That's his name.
I don't want to say that.
Boo, get past the filler. We want to see Luffy beat Kaido already.
Oh my god.
The One Piece is real?
The One Piece. The One Piece is...
I think the One Piece is real.
And let me just do my visitor ping. So everyone on my server can get it. Because this is something that like I wanted to big. And hello everyone! Hello YouTube, hello everyone. It's time for another episode of the TranScribeCast. Today we're gonna be tackling why voice is a source of dysphoria and why it's so hard to overcome. And with me today, I have 3 lovely ladies. And let's start from the far end of the corner. Lania, would you like to introduce yourself?
Me? I am Lani Akea. I am an AI from Mars designed to make it habitable for humans. And part of that is socializing with humans, and I have no humans to socialize with. So I stream video games, and not at all because I don't like doing my job.
Oh, thank you, Cheeky. And next we have Eris von Jabberwock, straight out of Wonderland.
It is I, Eris von Jabberwock, heir to the Jabberwock name. I'm a horse girl Ojosama who likes to stream anything she fancies.
And lastly, but not least, we have Elise Remillion.
Hello. I'm just a crazy cat on the internet. I play games to entertain a demon that lives inside my head, and our main goal is to collect beans, because we like beans. I also run a cult.
Hi, Raikou, and thank you for the first time chat deceptive. And like always, I am your host and patron of the library, Index Page. Whether you're new here or whether you're a returning guest, welcome on in.
Make sure you grab a book and curl up in the corner.
Today's topic, dysphoria and why it's a problem. And not just why it's a problem because dysphoria is a problem, but why it's so hard to tackle in terms of voice. So, it's been a while since we had an episode like this, so let's start off with a little exercise. All my lovely guests here are pretty dang good with their voices, so I'm pretty sure one of them would be able to do the 1 to 10 scale without any hiccups.
I don't even know what that is.
So it's like this.
1, 2, 3, 4,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And thank you, Mild Spice Cookies, for the follow. So essentially, it's an exercise that my vocal coach taught me to help with voice masculinization and feminization. It's like lifting weights, but you can't just like when you're starting out.
Let's say your voice is here when you're starting out. You can't just
automatically get to this range without straining your throat. And that's what the scales are for.
I see Shadows. Hello.
Hi, Shadox. Thank you, Mild Spice Cookies, for the first time chat. So, Lanya, do you think you can do a scale for us?
I'm guessing you just start at the low end of your register and move toward a higher end of your register?
Unless you are female to male. So this can work for either direction. It's easier for male to female to do it because during puberty your vocal cords stretch out more to allow you to have a lower tone. And it's easier to like hit a higher tone from a long string rather than hitting a low tone from a short string. I'm sure you've played with a rubber band before, right?
Yeah.
You know how when you stretch it out and you kind of like flick it with your fingers, the longer
Oh,
it's
hi,
stretched...
Mark.
Thank you for the follow, Hippie The longer it's stretched out, the deeper that little boom, 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 boom sounds. But the shorter it's stretched out, if you flick it a little, it just does like bang, 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 bang.
Yeah.
The same applies to vocal cords. They're kind of like rubber bands.
Alright. So, my lower range is not much lower. Let me try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Not bad.
That 10 was a little strained, but yeah.
Yeah, and that is essentially what I did for 8 months. It was essentially like weight training for my throat to be able to hit those registers. Oh, thank you, Hibiki.
Evie, you
Now-
nerd.
Eris! I'm gonna challenge you.
Hmm?
I'm gonna challenge you to try and do that.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
See, it's... You can do it in a shorter register or a longer register if you're trying to, like, harmonize at a certain range, or if you're trying to hit a certain octave. And the more practice you get with it, the easier it becomes, and the more you can, like, go to the next weight class, so to speak. Like, I keep equating this to weightlifting because that's essentially what it is. You're essentially training a muscle that normally doesn't get used for this type of thing. Say you're new to a gym. You wouldn't go straight to the dead weights and try and lift 250 pounds unless you knew you could lift 250 pounds, right? You gotta start off. You gotta start off small and work your way up. So, Elise,
Yeah.
why don't you show us?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
See, Elise
Is that
has
good
a
enough?
lot of practice doing that.
It's mainly just because I do impressions. That's the only reason why I have so much training.
That's
I
the
don't
other
really
rea-
have
Oh, sorry.
vocal training in any normal, like, professional sense, like Index does. I just do impersonations and stuff.
Oh boy!
Oh boy!
But,
The king?
yeah.
And when I do impersonations and such, it makes my voice go all around.
But, yeah, that's another thing. Impressions can help you, like, get an idea of where you want to hit and, like, where you want to get to the right region for. But there's no one wrong way to go about it. The only problem with this is it can be a major source of dysphoria. And I myself thought of giving up when I started. Because before I started transitioning,
My voice was kind of like in this area all the time, and I didn't talk much. I kind of mumbled a lot, so it was even harder to understand what I was saying because I just wanted to get done talking and move on. And I never thought that I would be able to get my voice to this range.
there were times where I stumbled, there were times where I strained my throat so much that I could not talk. And at the end of it all, I am now in this range, and more people say miss, ma'am, she, her with me, even if I'm trying to sound like a guy. Oh, thank you, Ramune. Oh, that's my red mom. Hi, Benji. Have you guys experienced anything like that yourselves?
Not really.
Or
for
do you know
me.
anyone who might have?
I do know plenty of people that have gender dysphoria from their voice. I mean, I get dysphoric mainly from my appearance more than my voice. I mean, because most of the time, since accepting, being not the normal, like what I was born as, it's like my voice already. I mean, my normal voice, like before transitioning really started, was just like here-ish. It wasn't much different. To me, it doesn't sound much different because the audio you hear in your head doesn't sound, any different. Like, really? Because my voice sounds like the same to me. When I sound like this, it sounds the same to me as the other one does. If I do an ooh voice, then it's noticeable. But if I don't, it's not. But that's just me personally. I don't know.
Like watching Index rocking out over there.
I know, right? She's just
It's
jamming
adorable.
around. She's just jamming.
I'm just listening to your stories and listening to the music. Plus, I like doing a wiggle. Look at my awesome hair physics.
Wow, making me feel bad.
Ramune Live was the one who did my model, and she's pretty awesome. Well, she did the rigging of the model.
You did a very good job.
You
Yeah.
did an amazing job.
She's a great rigging. And I'm getting a new outfit for this model soon, and she's going to be helping with rigging that. And I might get some new features on the current model. I might get some new animations, triggers, and all that.
That's exciting.
We're going to call it Model 1.5. So, Eris, Lonnie, when it comes to gender dysphoria, what do you think the top 3 things that are cause dysphoria are?
Like for ourselves or for just
Like
overall
generally.
people? I would say for male to female, it's probably voice, facial hair, and yeah, that
It's this kind of
that hit
episode.
people.
Yeah.
That hit people. I'm not sure what the last one would be.
Believe it or not, in my experience, it's shoes and pants.
Okay, I mean that tracks.
Like, people will look like at what you're wearing to like get an idea, like, oh, you're wearing deep pocket jeans and gym shoes,
Hello, sir.
or they'll see you wearing pants without jeans and fancy little
Oh,
pumps.
hi, Mark.
Hello, miss. Oh, hi, Stardust Shimmer. Thank you for the follow.
Hi, Star.
You're a good girl.
But yeah, for male to female, it is definitely facial hair and voice are 2 of the biggest ones. Cause hi, thank you for the first time chat. When we go through puberty,
And your voice starts cracking and you start getting down here. Especially if you want to if you discover you want to transition after puberty, which is more often the case than not.
it can be such a difficult thing, and there's a misconception that estrogen will help you feminize your voice. It's no, it doesn't.
It's the other way. I mean, if you are going from female to male, it does help.
Yeah, that is true. Female to male, that is a thing. Female to male, when you're taking testosterone and getting off estrogen, it's essentially putting your body through a second puberty, and your vocal cords will stretch out. So it'll be easier for you to start deepening your voice. But for male to female, it's not the case. And that's where vocal training comes in. But with all the YouTube tutorials out there, sometimes they can be a little misleading or unintentionally not the greatest source of material. Because honestly, I prefer to have it where you have interaction with someone and you like have a coach. But not everyone can afford a coach. And I unfortunately know some people who have such a strong dysphoria from their voice that they have gone completely mute. They've become selectively mute to avoid talking because they just don't want to deal with the dysphoria of vocal training or anything like that. And that's valid, but I want this to be a place where anyone, regardless of what stage you're at or what experience you have, hopefully these lessons can help you out. I just slowly looking to my guests to try and like segue to one of them.
Blah blah. I already talk enough.
Well, what I'll say is actually, and obviously this is setting aside the Lani Akea kayfabe a little bit, my voice has always been about this pitch. You are upside down.
She's spider.
My voice has always been about this pitch. Like, as a kid, I would regularly be mistaken for my mother on the phone. And so I've had this advantage. In fact, so something I talk about a little comedically on my own streams, but it's actually true. I performed at Carnegie Hall as a low alto.
Wow. That's an accomplishment.
Yeah. I like to joke that I am the least expensive person who has ever performed at Carnegie Hall. But that's left me in a spot where I don't know a lot of the strategies to adjust voice. Like, I get by without them. Another thing I have is visual impairment, and it was the same way with learning Braille. I just never needed to learn it, and I feel like I'm missing out on core knowledges of my various communities because I was able to get by without learning a certain skill.
It's never too late to learn if you want to learn, and there's no one wrong way about it. It's not wrong to start late, it's not wrong to start early, it's everyone's path is different, and how steep and bumpy that path is different for every person. And if I or anyone else in the community can help out with that,
You better damn well believe I'll put 150% into helping people.
It's amusing. I do voice acting streams with a friend. And my biggest trouble is actually going lower for masculine characters.
oh, hi Float! That's another one of my rig sims. But yeah, I can understand that. Sorry, Lisa, you were saying something?
Oh no, I said wow.
What about you, Eris? Have you any stories to share?
Speaking for myself personally, I don't feel particularly dysphoric with my voice. I don't personally feel like my voice passes, but
Honestly, Eris,
Yes, it does.
it sounds awesome.
Yeah, you absolutely pass.
I never knew you were trans.
I'm not even sure if my community really knows, but like, I've never
what?
really been, been open about it. Yes, I am trans.
Wait, oh god, I'm sorry. I'm terrible with it. I genuinely have gotten so bad since coming out myself that I can't tell anybody. I literally can't tell a single person.
That's why my
Like, you
rule of
could
thumb
have
is
the most
always to say they,
masculine
them
voice
until they...
ever. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you could have the most masculine voice ever, I would still probably assume you're female. It's like, anybody with female avatars, I just immediately am like, oh, okay, I assume female, but I'm not going to call them female until they tell me.
I've had a lot of dysphoria. I have a lot of like dysphoria stories that I could tell you, like pre-transition, post-transition.
I just have like experiences with like how I've always been more associated with females before transitioning, which was always a point of anger for me because I didn't understand why. It was like 6th grade, being in school, and people like in choir class that I was forced to take, I was put with the girls because my voice was too high, and I was like, I'm a boy, damn it. I'm not a girl. I don't want to be with these stinking girls. These girls smell funny. They got cooties. Screw them. It's like,
Meanwhile,
wow,
I was super excited to be able to sing alto.
and then eventually it became like, oh wait, now I kind of understand why I liked hanging out with girls and playing with girl things and all that stuff. It's like, oh, okay, now it makes sense. Oops.
I was always associated with like femininity and stuff growing up, and it's kind of like the opposite. I was just like, wait, I like this. Why do I like this?
Yeah, Elise, Eris, same way. Well, not directly the same way, but like, on shopping days when I would go downtown with my mom, as a teenager, I had really, really long hair, and I took great care of my face, right? So there was this one time I went to the restroom. The men's restroom, because I had not started transitioning at that point. I had a gentleman take one look at me, walk out, and when I come out of the bathroom, mall security's there waiting for me.
Oh,
Like, ma'am, you cannot use that bathroom. I'm like,
I'm a guy. The hell?
and they look at each other, they look at the guy who reported me, and they're just like, okay, you know what? We're not gonna deal with this. Goodbye, sir. And Mom asked me, what did I do? I'm like,
I washed my hands. I'm sorry that I washed my hands?
You should be. How dare you?
Oh God, hygiene! Ah!
You made that poor man question his his very existence.
and not even a year later, something similar happened to me when I was heading downtown. And I stopped off.
Fast, faces past, and you're homebound.
Well, Luigi style.
okay, that took a turn.
But yeah, I went to the restroom. I'm finishing up using the restroom. I used a urinal, by the way, because still a guy at that point. I go to wash my hands. Armita VT, thank you for the raid. And I'm washing my hands. I'm just minding my own business. I have this dude come up to me behind me, and he's like,
You're not supposed to be here.
I'm like, sir, I'm a man. And now looking back on it, I can kind of understand why. I've always kind of had a slightly feminine figure. I never really bulked up like a man because I never wanted to be like that. And some of these stories are like, looking back on, like, why didn't my egg crack sooner?
Yeah, I have plenty of why didn't the egg crack sooner.
Same.
But there's no wrong time for the egg to crack. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's
I always love telling people about my discovery. Like, that story is always fun.
like the one thing that I've heard from the trans community that's stuck with me is don't glorify coming out at a young age. Admire and honor people who don't come out until a much later age, because look at how brave they were to deal with dysphoria that whole time before they were confident enough.
Coming out at all is difficult.
Yeah, coming out at all is difficult, but coming out at a later age, especially when you're if you're from a different generation, I've seen people come out in their 60s, and it's like, how did you deal with it for that long?
I know, for me personally, Index, you know this, I'm not really out to everyone.
Oh, yep.
Specifically IRL, I'm not out to family. So it's really hard, because living in the place I live and not being able to express myself, that's what caused the most dysphoria, is more just, I can only do so many things that reassure myself of my gender identity, mainly painting my nails and stuff like that. Little things that aren't seen as too strange. Having my hair be long is seen as strange, but it's the only thing I take pride in out of everything about me. But it's nice, because even with, because my hair is so long, no one assumes my gender is male.
I just wish
it
people could
seems
be happy letting people be happy,
Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's I always feel happy whenever somebody else tells me, yeah, my parents are okay with it. I'm very open And it's like, oh, that's really good to hear. It's like, I'm not envious or jealous of them. In fact, I'm happy. So I wouldn't wish anybody to have to go through this kind of stuff.
For me, it was... I'm tired of not being who I am. Oh, hi, Foxglove. Thank you for the first time chat. And you
Hi,
too, this little
Foxy.
pineapple.
For me, it was I got tired of not being true to myself, and I was like,
You know what? You should learn how to like yourself. You should learn how to be happy with yourself. You should learn to, just good vibes with yourself. And to me, I was like,
fuck whatever anyone else says.
I'm out! And I basically kicked down the closet door when I came out. I blew that shit off its hinges. I announced it to everyone that I could. My parents, my neighbors, my workplace. I was out. And now my whole family knows. Though my grandma told the rest of my family without consulting me first, but she made it easier for me. And I know it's not easy for everyone to come out, and it can be a source of frustration for some that can't, or a source of fear. And I really wish it wasn't. Like, seriously. I just wish everyone could be the best version of themselves, so long as it doesn't hurt anyone else. If the best version of you is hurting someone else, you gotta go see a professional about that.
Reevaluate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If the best version of you is shaking people down on the back city streets, go see a goddamn professional.
But if the best version of you is a gender fluid, masculine presenting person that changes it up day to day, hell yeah, more power to you. If the best version of you is, your ideal version of a girl and you just can't come out, I wish I could do something to help. And again, that's kind of what this podcast is for. It's not much, but I can use it to help as many people as I can. And I hope I'm not talking too much.
No, you're fine.
All good.
I feel like I'm talking too much.
Thinking about it, I've had a couple of small instances as a VTuber where my streaming has led to dysphoria. And look at my model. I am definitely going for, Mercury era, NASA ladies. The bomber jacket, the shirt and tie,
Astro Mommy?
It's old school Astro Mommy. And, unfortunately, that kind of androgynous design has led to me being misgendered a couple of times in stream, which is something that doesn't happen IRL very often. And it's made me have little anxiety spikes where I'm like, do I need to redesign my character? Do I need to bust up a little? What do I do? And that is definitely, voice plays into that a little bit, because while my voice is definitely feminine, it's low feminine. So it too is androgynous.
Well, to me, it sounds perfect for who you are, Lonnie.
Thank you.
I agree 100%.
Eris's voice fits her design perfectly.
Oh
I
yeah.
agree.
Think so?
Yeah, especially when she does the laugh.
Don't laugh.
Do the laugh.
Hell yeah.
Whenever I'm in her stream and I redeem that laugh, I always say it out loud like that kid in Shrek 2.
Do the roar.
Do the roar. Do it.
So whenever I redeem it, just imagine me walking up to you, Eris. Do
Good laugh.
Good laugh.
I do her intro alongside her every time I see her do it in her stream. Earth von Jabberwock, heir to the Jabberwock name. Oh!
And Elise is Chaos Gremlin Incarnate.
I'm not that chaos.
You
just
describe
say
yourself
random
as having
stuff.
your eye taken by a demon.
Well, yeah, it's because I did.
That's chaos!
Well, no, it's just because I'm an idiot and I wanted power.
Chaotic!
I think that's chaos!
No, chaos is the things I say. I mean, my most popular clip is still... No, wait, my most popular clip is me saying I want to shove a $19 Fort credit card up my ass.
Not while I'm drinking!
I'm sorry! I mean, that is my most popular clip. One of my most popular clips is me talking about wanting to get a train run on me by the Snap, Crackle, and Pop, the Rice Krispies mascots.
Oh man, I need to up my gremlining game.
I just say random things because it's the way I get lurkers out of it. It's like, I noticed there's a lot of lurkers, and it's like, most people are just listening, and it's like, how do I get them to pay attention and actually chat? You just say the most out-of-pocket thing you can think of.
For me, it's whether you're active in the chat or whether you're lurking, you're still...
I mean, it all helps.
Yeah, you're still visiting the library, and libraries are meant to be quiet.
Oh,
So
not
if
me.
you just want to cuddle up in the corner with a book, all the power to you.
Mine's a cult, and I want everybody to be active. I have been described as my business card would read Elise Vermillion.
It's
Cult
not a
leader,
cult, it's a tax-exempt
harem
book club.
It's Elise Vermillion. Cult leader, harem haver, pimp. I don't know why those were added, but they were.
Yeah, Reiklin has a point. It's hard to misgender someone if you just call everyone a human.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're in the Mass Effect world.
It was kind of fun.
Then you gotta say the right, gotta make sure it's the right
Species.
species.
When finally coming to terms with being trans, it was kind of fun because I used to join VCs with people when they had never heard my voice. I'd talk like this, and then I'd be like, "Hey, yo, what's up, dog? How we doing, man? What's good? What's poppin', bro?" And they'd be like, "Who the hell joined?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, it's me, dude. What you mean? It's Elise." They're like, "Bro, you got like one of those like voice bond things?" I'm like, "Nah, dog, it's me. It's me, dog. It's my real voice." They're like,
I would do the same fucking thing.
they're like, are you? Where are you from? Like, I'm from Ohio, dog. What's good? You know, I'm from the hood down in Ohio, bro. We got shit here, dog.
It's the United States
just
of
corn.
Ohio. It's all Ohio.
It's just Ohio, bro. Oh god, that's that God shit. That's what we do, bro.
Oh no, I'm from Michigan. I am contractually obligated to, like, diss you now.
You're supposed to hate me.
Yeah.
CJ, what are you doing? Get back in San Andreas. Oh shit, here we go again.
Yeah, I've done the same thing to I've done the same thing to other people loads of times.
Wait, it's all Ohio? Always has.
I've had a lot of people ask me, like, this is why it's in my FAQ section. No, I'm not using a voice modulator because I always do these scales back and forth, and I can do them like 1 and 10 without just 1 to 10. And no, it's not multiple people in the same room. I am one person. I've had a lot of experience doing this. I have no professional experience doing it, as much as I would like to have professional experience. I'm entirely self-taught. The reason is I didn't have a lot of friends to socialize with growing up because it was kind of like the odd kid out, ADHD and all that. So I would often stay at home, playing games on the PlayStation 2, GameCube, and all that. I would often
You're showing
read...
your age.
Yeah.
Listen.
We get it, you're old, like me.
Shut up! I love you too.
Love you too. You're old.
Now listen here. I would often
Grandma
read
Index.
voices on my own. I would read the character voices and as many different voices as I possibly could.
And that's just how I kind of got my, training.
That's kind of how I did it growing up too.
And when I started seeing my professional vocal coach, that's how I was able to get to this range. And like I said before, not everyone can afford a vocal coach. Not everyone is quote unquote brave enough to afford to go to a vocal coach because some people, the amount of dysphoria they get from their voice is too much. It was almost too much for me. I almost didn't do this. I almost didn't transition because of my voice. Because there were times where I was like, I'm never going to get the hang of this. But my sister would keep reminding me that, yeah, I will get the hang of this. I just gotta keep at it. So, if I can get to this level and I still doubt myself, you can get to any level you want to. You just have to believe in yourself. But if you don't, I'll be there to help you along the way, okay?
I actually, before becoming a VTuber, even knowing that my voice was the range it was, I was absolutely terrified that, it wasn't going to be good enough for passing. Particularly because I don't market myself as a trans VTuber. I just market myself as an AI. An AI isn't trans, an AI is just the AI, right? So, I was very nervous starting off that even this would not be good enough. And I don't completely have anxiety over that, but it took the better part of my first year to get over it.
I feel you there. Hi, Mr. Ender.
Oh, hey, Ender.
I don't know.
I feel.
Note to self, Ramane, I need to ask you for hand tracking because I keep waving to new people in the chat and then my arms don't do shit. I keep lifting my hand and I'm like waving and I'm gesticulating. I'm like, hi!
Oh,
Yeah, AI is androgynous. Naruto. Hi, Dolly.
Hi, Dad!
Yeah. Or, kind of the way I've put it is AI is the gender it decides it wants to be, and usually that's none.
Hi, Finna.
You can't have my organs. I told you this before. They already have been claimed.
Oh, Lonnie, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah?
Are you coded in anything other than... what are you coded in?
A highly proprietary coding language.
Okay, so you're non-binary.
Hey, yes.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, please do. I'm angry. I'm now sending my angry emotes in the chat. Goodbye. This is now my podcast. I now take over. You have more followers than me, so I'll take over your channel now.
I'm sorry, you wanna run that by me one more time?
I said I'm taking over. I'll be taking your avatar, everything. I'll just be dyeing your hair and changing it, and I'll be you, new you.
Nani! Yeti!
My touch on that.
Yeti!
Really just, I mean, she's a cool one. Like,
Actually, let me rephrase that for you, Elise. Yamate kudasai!
No, we don't Yamate here. We don't Yamate here, no. The only thing I do is the ara ara. That's the only thing I do. Ara ara and ora ora. That's it. That's it.
I'm sorry, I had to at least.
Those are the only two options. Those are the only two options. Maybe I'll do the OO, but that's it.
Oh, wait,
Oh,
I forgot to add this in.
Huh?
I forgot to put this on my just chatting.
I don't have 1 million. I don't have 1 million points yet. Why do I not have 1 million points?
Yeah,
You like that, don't you?
I made a promise if I hit 1,000 followers before my 1-year anniversary next May, I will start playing the Atelier series. All the
let
Atelier
me just
games.
drop that in my announcements to direct everyone who follows me to follow you.
I already have tried.
And I already hit 500 before my 6 months, so I started the Yakuza series.
Good.
Which I have to say, I love the Japanese crime drama of John Yakuza and his live-in husband, Goro Majima.
Oh yes, I love those characters as well.
But back on topic.
There's a topic? I thought this was just rambling. I thought this is just what happens when you put a bunch of gays together. They just ramble. Can't keep shit straight. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Thank you for having me. I will
That
see
was really
myself
well
out.
done, honestly.
Thank you. I will see myself out now. Lazy! Don't hate me!
My throat! But, yeah, back onto Epic. Some places people can't start working with their voice because where they live isn't accepting, or they don't have any vocal coaches in the area, and that's one of the core reasons I started this podcast. Well, season 1 at least. Season 1 is all about voice training, voice impressions, voice acting, all that. I want it to be a source for people that can't find anywhere else to use or find their voice, to hopefully help them get started or help them along the way, you know?
Yeah.
I just want to do something. Is singing voice training useful for this kind of thing?
Actually, I was wondering that too.
Do you mean like singing
particularly...
in general, or voice acting a different character that's singing?
So I know for me personally, like if I'm trying to like get my mind into a certain like range, like if I'm trying to like in my mind, if I think like, oh, I'm not sounding feminine enough, I literally will sing a song. I'll listen to certain songs that are female sung, and then I'll start to get closer to that.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, okay, there we go. That's where I need to be. And then I try to like sing with it and try to match it. And if I can get close, then I'm like, okay, then my voice just gets stuck.
I think Lonnie can
But that's
answer
just
this a
me.
lot better than I could, but harmonizing with a voice can help you with like starting in that range. Like that's often what choirs do. They harmonize with each other, right?
Mm-hmm. Another thing is there's a lot of vocal warm-up exercises for singing that are incredibly useful in pushing your range slightly because they're designed to go through your range. So if you just add another step up until you hit your peak and then keep doing that, it probably works the same way as your 1 to 10 exercise.
Yeah, it does. That is kind of where the 1 to 10 exercise comes from. And it's the same thing for voice acting. Like, there are vocal warm-ups that you can do, like red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, and like ways to essentially get your mouth moving in such a way that it's almost like doing your daily stretches. Hi, Fiji! The powers that be compelled me to show up and make you play Atelier.
Yay!
Well, they
Fuji's
did
here!
they did just announce Riza 3.
Yes, I actually, speaking of voice acting,
Oh, hi, Mark.
when that comes out, I plan to put together a fully voice acted stream of it. So,
You want to invite me to that?
I do in fact want to invite you to that.
Fuck yeah!
But back onto the topic of voice acting and singing. Voice acting and singing are two different skills, and they sometimes go hand in hand. But what's even harder is voice acting a different character and singing as that character.
Oh man,
That
yeah.
does seem like an advanced technique.
Look at Disney. Look at some Disney voice actors. Look at like Ursula or Scar. Well, Ursula's voice actor sounds the same as her voice. Look at someone like Scar. Look at Scar the Lion. That song was really hard. And sometimes they will get they'll get a singer to come in to sing the song because they can sound like the voice actor. Because the voice actor might not be able to sing, or the voice actor can't sing in that voice. It's like taking the skills that we learn here and putting them to the third power. It's not just squared, it's cubed. It's so much more in-depth and difficult to do. Lonnie could tell you so much about it.
Yeah, essentially, voice acting, singing, and just existing as a trans person all use the same core like exercises, skills, but in super different ways. Because like with singing, you have to be more technical, more focused on getting the notes right, more clear and communicative. Where with voice acting, you're more focused on conveying emotion. So if you're doing both at the same time, I hope you have done a little bit of musical theater, because otherwise it's going to be chaotic.
Yeah. Musical theater kids are a different beast altogether. Like, props to them for what they do. Because they voice act and sing at the same time. They convey emotion through song. And when you're trying to sing in a different voice, and you're trying to hit a certain melody or harmony and all that, your voice will start going back to what you're used to. Like, your voice kind of naturally goes back to where it's comfortable with, because essentially you have to get practice singing before you can get practice sing acting, I guess.
Sing acting, yeah. It's all skills stacking on top of each other. There's like a hierarchy here, and not like one is better than the other, but foundational skill, next step up, next step up.
Yeah.
You know, you have a skill pyramid maybe.
Yeah, you can't start the pyramid with the top. Unless, you're making a Beyblade.
Beyblade, let it rip.
Speaking of voice acting and singing, come December, I'm going to be hosting a Curse karaoke stream. And
Oh yeah.
everyone's been recommending songs on my server, which if you have not joined the server yet, you can come to the server and recommend songs in the Curse karaoke stream section. I'm going to be singing songs as characters that normally would not sing these songs. One of the big songs that I've chosen for myself is Just the Two of Us, sung by Scooby and Shaggy.
Oh,
Oh, that's incredible.
Or Baka Matai and 24-Hour Cinderella from Yakuza 0, but sung by Meatwad from Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Oh my god.
I remember you demonstrated this when we were hanging out the one.
Ipser, Meatwad.
So that's gonna be a very fun stream. That's why we're calling it. That's why we're calling it Curse Karaoke, baby.
It definitely sounds cursed.
Tonight!
Tonight!
Oh, sorry.
I broke
voice.
Eris.
I do a Carl voice sometimes.
you have been this entire podcast.
But yeah,
Both you and Elise.
I am really looking forward to singing Just the Two of Us, which is my go-to karaoke song, but it's Scooby and Shaggy. Like, just the two. I can't even do it right now. I'm laughing too much.
I would definitely heavily rehearse that.
Oh yeah, it's got to be rehearsed.
Yeah.
If I had any talent, I would sing Friday Night from Yakuza 0 as Patrick Star. Oh god.
Oh no.
Friday
But
night.
yeah,
Yes, fine.
one of the other songs that was requested, I forget what the song's name is, but the person requested I sing it as Spampton.
I'm going to obliterate my vocal cords.
All right then.
I mean, if you play Deltarune,
Spampton.
you know who Spampton is.
We're talking about Spampton G. Spampton, the 1989 #1 salesman of the year.
There's literally like a weird video my one friend showed me about Spampton. I had no idea anything about it, and then he shows me this video, and I'm just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, Spampton's
I'm
kind
so
of
confused.
out
I
there.
discovered Spampton by someone asking if I was related to him.
What?
Because AI.
But Spampton's not an AI, he's a puppet.
AI and spam, though.
Oh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it didn't work all that well, but I got it. I got the joke.
Well, we had a fun interaction yesterday when Naruto found out that my partner has never played Undertale. And Naruto's reaction was just priceless as he is like trying to convince her to play Undertale. And people being, and one of my other friends being like, I don't know what Undertale is. And I'm like, oh dear God, no!
I've never
no!
played Undertale either, but I've seen enough people play it that I know it inside out.
Yeah, I don't really like the bullet hell. I don't like bullet hell games,
It's
so I
essentially
can't
to
really
the
get
point
into it.
where I could play it now to experience it firsthand, but I know everything that happens. So it kind of ruins the firsthand experience, you know?
Yeah, it's like how I started playing Doki Doki Literature Club, and I've never watched or seen anything of it, so like I just know some concepts.
Excuse
I've
me
been
for a
having-
moment. I have Fortunate Son playing in my head now. I've experienced Doki Doki Literature Club.
I've played it like once on stream, and then I haven't gone back to it yet because I kind of fell down a rabbit hole of playing other games, and I'm still not out of that rabbit hole yet.
That's a mood.
Oh yeah.
The backlog is long and vast, and I'm just like, I can't enjoy playing video games off stream anymore because I do this full time, so I can't really enjoy anything.
Oh my god. And this is so off subject, but still, the incredible anxiety of, well, I want to play this game, but I want to stream this game. So I may want to be like constantly playing it, but
Yeah!
I have to wait a week.
Are a bunch of games that I'd like to play, but I'm like, I'd also like to play this with the booklets.
That's
Yeah.
why I had to buy both copies of Pokemon. Because I'm like, one of them is exclusively for stream, the other one I can play off stream. Thank
The
God.
pains of a streamer.
Sorry,
I
not taking
just-
no for an answer. You're gonna be my rival, right?
Sure.
Sorry, not you, me, rivals. Yes?
Yes.
Fucking yandere ass bitch.
Yes.
I'm not getting those games though until they fix some of the bugs
Same.
and introduce mobile.
It's been fine so. It's been fine so far for me. I've had like hiccups here and there, and the frame rate's not great, but I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. I basically my review of the game is that it definitely needed more time in the oven, but what we got is fun. Like, it's genuinely fun to play.
I mean,
It's well written for a Pokemon game.
The pictures you post on Twitter make me really want to play it.
I'm just one of those fools that just enjoys playing Pokemon, so I'm like, I don't know. I just can't go wrong with Pokemon for me.
What do you think of the thought that if they didn't try to push out Pokemon once a year or took
It's
some
been
more time,
there's so many
the
games
games
that
would
have
be a
come
little
out.
better programmed and they might get voice acting?
That would be
it would be
nice.
great to see a voice acted Pokemon game one day.
That would be so different.
That is actually one of the things I said while playing it is I'm not sure how many more generations they can get away with not voice acting.
I mean, yeah, we started on the Game Boy. No color, no 3D, no animations. They were mostly static images that sometimes moved a couple of pixels to the left or right. It was like, look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come from like Pokemon Red, Blue, Green, all that shit, to Scarlet and Violet.
To different red and different blue.
God damn it.
We've come full circle! That's why the current generation is so shit graphically.
I just really wish, I mean, I made this joke in another stream the other day. Fire Emblem. Hey, it's gonna be 3 years before our next game. Pokemon. Hey, it's gonna be 3 games before the next year.
Man, that's really sad but true. It has been like that. They released like in the last like 2 years, they've released like 3 games. It's like it's just too much.
They
They released the
used to
remake.
be like this.
I know, it used to be
Oh,
like,
that's neat.
it would be like once every few years. It'd be like once a year, maybe
You're
once
back.
every 2 or 3 years, and it was fine. But then again, on top of that, it's like when they stepped into the third dimension, it was kind of like jarring, and it seems like they never really got their footing. Like X and Y had its issues, and then Sun and Moon was the same. It was like taxing the 3DS. And then Sword and Shield came out, and then they were like, everyone was complaining about it. And now, then they wanted to do something different when they hadn't really perfected 3D. Oh, she's gone. I guess that means we're in charge.
Oh my god, we get to take over.
Second coup.
Sorry, I wanted to get my mouth.
Let's...
Okay, let's
We're back.
what? Oh shit, she's back. Damn it.
Oh no.
Our coup
The
failed.
fire's away.
I went to get my
Cool.
medicine.
Man.
I mean, she's a library golem. I'm an AI. They're close enough. I can take over.
Hello!
I mean, I'm a cult leader.
Hello!
Now you're small.
It's
Why you
Pamphlet.
s-
Hi, Pamphlet.
Hello!
Pamphlet.
Pamphlet heard something about overthrowing Index?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, not
Yes.
Pamphlet can help out.
overthrowing, filling a power vacuum. You know, it's just putting it more politely.
You want to help, Pamphlet?
Pamphlet will help. Pamphlet! No, it's Index's secret.
Oh?
The secret to Indexes.
Oh,
Oh no!
I think they died.
Pamphlet's gonna tell you the secret.
Okay.
I ain't letting
Tell
her
us-
tell you shit.
Tell us your. Oh
Pamphlet.
God, she's so big.
I seriously, speaking of Pamphlet and all that, that's gonna be a sub goal when I finally do have my subathon. Get an actual chibi model that's designed differently that we can just call Pamphlet.
That'd be
yeah.
really cute.
That would be.
Because,
I remember you wanted to talk about that stuff later.
Pamphlet is special. Originally,
You're special.
Originally, when I got this model, there were some graphical issues with it, which I didn't notice, but Ramune did, and she felt so bad about it. She fixed them and then gave me a free chibi model. And so I started showing off a chibi model on stream, and someone said it's like I'm a tiny book, and I said no, it's like I'm a pamphlet, because that's just a tiny book by a different name. And that's how Pamphlet came to be. So Pamphlet's kind of like a staple of the channel now. She's awesome. If a little, batshit fucking yandere insane.
That's part of her charm.
Show the chibi model? Here, I'll show the full chibi model. Ta-da! And, one of the mods calls this Tactical Short Stack Mode.
Okay. I want to pat her on the head.
I do too. Although she seems like she bites.
She probably does.
Does,
Is that
but it
like
doesn't
your
hurt.
Scrappy Doo?
You basically. She does bite, but it doesn't hurt.
Ankle biter.
Someone calls her an ankle biter all the time. And whenever I do put on Pamphlet, I always try to like make sure she sounds different. By essentially chibifying my voice. Which I cannot maintain for too long. So, would you guys like to talk about your, why don't we talk about your channels and some of your content, so if anyone who from my channel hasn't followed you yet can.
Don't. I
Don't?
don't need it.
Don't? Oh.
Don't follow me. It's not worth it.
Hi, Blue Ninja Girl!
I'm literally day 21 of my subathon. I want it to end. I have people to see. I have things to do.
You should just say,
Okay, how do I put it?
you should just say I'm putting a cap on it now.
I'm not capping it. Screw that.
Well, then,
Okay, so-
I guess it's gonna be a 365-day one.
That's fine. if they
Or
want to do
Let's
that.
go.
make the least engaging content of your life.
Okay, listen. Get at
You
least
did this to
100 to
yourself,
500.
Elise.
Okay, listen, Hibiki. That will not happen. It's not happening. It's not gonna happen, okay? No, but for real, hi, I'm Elise. I've been streaming since August 2nd of this year. Woo. I am Goober. I started out with friends that helped support me and push me up to affiliate, and now I have this wacky community of gremlins that I call my cult, and I spread my cult far and wide by supporting others, such as Dolly here in chat. Dolly was one of the random people I found and was like, hey, I want to support this one. So I sick my minions on them. Same with Hibiki and a bunch of other people. I just post people's links in my Discord and say, hey, everyone go follow them. And then boom.
And then we
6 or 7
also
people
have-
will just randomly follow.
Got a new webcam. My old one was really finicky. Awesome. And then we also have Eris von Jabberwock, who often streams Fallout, but she streams a lot of other games, though.
Is Fallout what I'm known for?
Whenever I see you stream, you're playing Fallout.
I stream a variety of things. I am what one may call a variety streamer.
Those are a thing?
They are. Crazy,
Actually,
huh?
Eris and I most Thursdays are doing a playthrough together of Haven.
That is
Oh.
true.
And Eris and I are going to be going through a couple of super shoujo visual novels soon.
That
we
reminds
are?
me, I am finally going to get Raft so that we can do a collab at Dex.
Oh, hell yeah. Or Grounded.
I
Grounded.
grounded.
Can I join?
That would be fun.
Didn't mean to invite myself, but
But
You
Anyway,
did.
Eris,
Congratulations.
tell us more about you.
so yeah, I really do like horror games, but I stream a little bit of everything. My streams, my community tells me, seem to have more of a calm and relaxing vibe. I've heard that a lot of people fall asleep to my streams. In a good way.
I have had someone
And-
say they fell asleep to my voice as well. In a good way. So that's a really great compliment, in my opinion.
I've
Mhm.
actually fallen asleep to both of you in a good way.
Aww.
Oh. It's certainly not a vibe I thought I would have coming into streaming, but I welcome it.
And then oh, sorry, you're still talking. My bad.
Ash and Dex trying to push people.
The manor doors are always open for all my lovely roses to spread the Jabberwock's name far and wide. Okay, I'm done.
And then we have Lonnie, who's also a variety streamer.
Yes, I mostly do long plays of RPGs, but I do a little bit of other things as well. You can find me at Lonnie Akea AI here and on what's left of Twitter. Yeah, at the moment I am working my way through Star Ocean: The Divine Force, Cyberpunk 2077, Haven
Oh.
with Eris, and when I get console capture working again, I will also have Horizon Forbidden West and Atelier Ryzen 2.
Speaking of capture cards, Monday I'm getting a new capture card. Because I want to start playing Switch games, and I made a promise to the booklets that I will get Fire Emblem 3 Hopes so I can play 3 Houses and 3 Hopes
Oh, I still need to do
in
that.
preparation for Engage.
Oh, also on my friend Kios Little Monsters channel, I have been voice acting Gina Lestrade and Inspector Gregson from the Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Oh my god, you just reminded me. I so want to do that too. I do want to do a voice acted Ace Attorney trilogy. But
Yo, insert game.
I so want to make sure I have someone else to help me along the way because I do not want to voice all those characters myself.
Oh, no, like, I am perfectly willing. I'm sure Blue in chat would be willing. Eris and I have talked about doing them together as well, so.
Yeah, I'd be willing to join.
I honestly would love to get a group together that just does that regularly.
That does sound nice.
I mean, at the same time, we can use that same group to, voice Ryza 3 when that drops.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But are the
Unfortunately,
Atelier
I'm
games not
dyslexic.
voiced?
They're Japanese-only voicing.
On the topic of voice acting streams, every Wednesday, I've been, I promise this is stream friendly. Stardust Shimmer and I, she appeared in chat earlier, have been reading.
But it can get a little, dark at times because it's like a wartime mech visual novel. Kind of like in the lines of Gundam.
I mean, even if it is just like, you know, like visual novel, like for the 18s and whatnot, I'd still kind of want it to have a plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prefer visual novels that have a plot. As
Am I
opposed
the
to
only person that played Honey Pop for the puzzles?
I've never played it.
I played it for the puzzles. I actually really enjoyed the puzzles. I didn't
Yeah.
care about the boobs. I
God,
just cared
Elise!
about the puzzles. I literally couldn't care less. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. That's
Well, we
fine.
have our
Get that
ace
out of my face.
representation for the video.
Like, get that out of my face. I want these puzzles. These puzzles are fun.
You sweet summer child.
I'm a soft, tender virgin, okay? I'm innocent as I have always been.
Shadox, why do you know that?
Huh?
I'm not even gonna read that out loud.
Monster Girl Quest was available in a category on Twitch for years. Story of Bing is Dead Link. I will. You may have shame, but I don't. I have no shame.
They don't talk about that cursed game.
Oh, goodness, Index.
Fitting a puzzle piece right in there, huh?
I learned the hard way and I will leave it at that.
Nani?
Okay. Sure, you're okay, Shadox. Good booklet, good booklet. Wow,
Notes.
we've almost hit the 90-minute mark for...
Hey, Index.
What's up?
You know what's funny?
Jokes.
Comedy. Shout me out, too.
But you said not to shout you out.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't want to surpass you. You are my rival. I want us to stay neck and neck.
Look. I'm more than happy to show you some love, girl.
I show you love every time you show up because I like you.
But you said not to shout you out because you don't want your fucking Sabaton to keep going.
It's jokes, silly.
Is this what happens in the
It's reverse psychology. Yes, literally it is. It's reverse psychology. You tell them you don't want it, and then they do it.
This is what happens when you put a Tsundere with an idiot. You need to have an idiot sexual with an idiot.
I'm an idiot. I'm not sexual.
I also love that.
At least for 50 days. Oh my god, Hibiki, I would literally die. I've already streamed for over 200 hours.
I do love that. I do love that joke though. Idiot sexuality is something exclusive for female couples. Look at Korra and Asami. Look at Adora and Catra. Look at Luz and Amity.
You're just saying words at this point to me, because I don't know anything you're talking about.
So
I know all of those.
Okay, yeah, Lonnie gets it.
Yeah.
Naruto, Korra.
Because it's like all these female main characters that are like strong but dopey morons, and then they get a girlfriend who's like attracted to them because they're kind of an idiot.
See, that's why you need to meet this incentive for Atelier, because right there.
Wait, is Atelier
Everywhere.
gay?
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, unbelievably so.
Extremely.
I'm like an expert on the series to the point that I run panels on it at conventions.
I've
And
never
I
played an
can tell-
Atelier game.
I haven't
I
either,
can tell
but I know it's
that
gay.
every game has Yuri, and in fact, I think it's the second
Like
game in the
direct Yuri?
franchise.
Or like alluded to?
So like, we talking like they fucking or they fucking?
They're not fucking. It's not.
Oh,
It's
man.
toned appropriately, but they are definitely romantic.
So they ain't fucking, but they fucking. All right, got it.
Yeah, exactly. They ain't
Damn
fucking,
it.
but they
Lonnie,
fucking behind the scenes.
If I do hit the Atelier series mark, I would love to have you go on as like a commentator for it.
Absolutely, I love this
Because I started
franchise
doing the
so
same
much.
thing with Jade, and no, I do not have the Ace Attorney games. Jade from the backlog days has been sitting in with me when I'm playing .hack GU, because I know nothing about .hack, and
It's like Sword Art, but better.
yeah, and she's commentating like, oh, this is related to something from this part of the series, or this is something from that part of the series, and I'm like, wow, you know a
So Log
fuck
Horizon. Yeah, Naruto. It's like Log Horizon, but it came out before that. Came out a long time ago.
It is the OG of virtual world semi-isekai.
And I'm going to be doing something similar down the line with the Legend of Heroes series and Zen no Kiseki. But I've played the Legend of Heroes series. Schwarzer. A fucking idiot.
I actually...
Keep it in your pants, please. There's
I
something
am.
more.
I just say, Reed Schwarzer is the epitome of idiot sexual attraction.
I
Like, all
actually
these
have-
girls in the series fall for him, and he's like clueless to it. Sorry, Lonnie.
So he's a harem protagonist.
I actually plan on sending an invite to see if he'll drop in at some point when I do Breath of the Wild / Breath of the Wild 2.
I would seriously. I will be there.
Index will be giddy as the schoolgirl that she is.
It's my favorite game series, and he voices one of the 3 main characters. Well, 4 main characters now if you count Kuro no Kiseki, but it's not out in English yet, so we don't know who's voicing the main character for Kuro no Kiseki. Sorry, I'll shut up now.
It's cute.
You're adorable.
When I geek out, I geek out.
Watching people geek out is adorable, though.
Shut up!
Oh god, you should have heard me
You
going
can't
on
silence
like
me.
Should have heard like me going on like an hour and a half rant defending Attack on Titan. I literally did that in my Discord, and half the people there were just like begging me to shut up, and I'm just like, no, I will defend it. I will defend its deep narration and its deep lore. It is great. It is one of the best animes ever. Screw you guys, I love it. And they're just like, it's so boring. It's
I know,
shonen
Jade.
trash.
I know. I know voice actors are... Yeah, voice actors are people too.
Oh, trust me, I had to find that out about, like, meeting YouTubers back when I used to do YouTube before I transitioned. I remember I would ask permission because my whole YouTube was literally, like, reviewing other YouTubers. And so I remember at one point I asked somebody and they actually replied to my DM, and I remember I was, like, kind of geeking out about it. I'm like, oh my god, I love your videos. And they're just like, dude, I'm just a person. Chill out, man. I'm just like, I look up to you. You're wonderful.
Whenever my friend Kios has someone react like that because he's a record-holding speedrunner, his response is, I am just a dumb cat boy on the internet.
Oh my gosh, I have people do that now. I used to be like that when I first started streaming. Anytime I would talk with somebody who had a bigger follower count than me, I would literally be like, oh my god, why are you talking to me? You have more important people to talk to.
Exist?
Like, oh my god, when I popped into someone's chat and they have like
Jade, thank
thousands
you.
of followers and they are like, oh my god, like I'll say hi to them and they're like, oh hey, I've heard your name before, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what? You know of me?
I gotcha.
What?
So
It makes me just like so excited.
it's almost time to wrap up this episode of the podcast, but stick around. Booklets in the chat because I'm going to be going into Persona 5 Royal after this.
Ooh.
My favorite game besides 4, because 4 is the best.
I say 3.
No.
I've never played 4 or 3.
4 Golden. Best game ever. My opinion. My favorite game of all time.
I've yet to play Golden.
But
Like Dolly there.
Yes, Squirm.
I wanted to say thank you, Jade. I wanted to say thank you to my lovely guests once again for coming here and helping get the TranScribeCast back on track. It's been a long time coming. This is episode 5. And season 1's gonna go for maybe 13 episodes. Season 2 I already have in the works. I just had to find people that in the art community for it. Because season 2 is going to be about art movements and how they essentially shaped culture. Like, how we've gone from cave paintings to essentially what you see on the screen in front of you. Imagine how this all came from someone being creative enough to draw on a wall. And that's going to be all season 2 of the TranScribeCast.
Well, I am around if you need me for any more of season 1, and I can talk to some friends in the art world for your season 2.
Hell yeah,
idea.
that would be awesome.
I'm also willing to, this is already my second appearance on the podcast, but I'd love to be on more if you'd have me. I also might have some people I could recommend as well.
That would be awesome. We can talk about it later. Hold on, I gotta change it. Fan? Thank you.
Don't ever ask me to do this again.
Okay.
I'm joking. Please do. Please bug me. I'm so lonely. Please, God. I'm so lonely. I need friends. Ah!
I really need to, I need to get my room is the smallest room in the house in terms of square footage, aside from closets, right? It's also wall-to-wall carpeting. So, outside of my room, it's like 70 degrees. Inside my room, it's like 78 degrees.
I live in pain!
It's me in the summer.
Remember to keep your computers nice and cold.
live in a
Yeah,
constant
Dewey
source of
is
pain.
a perforated tower.
Wait,
Like-
you named your computer?
Yeah, his name is Dewey.
Why have you named your computer?
Like the Dewey Decimal System. The booklets voted
Jeez,
on it.
Good God.
My computer's name is Trilobite.
My computer's name is nothing.
But yeah, the tower is
This should
perforated
come as-
on the back and front, so air flows through it easier.
My computer's name is Intel Core.
This should come as zero surprise, but all of my devices are named after spaceships from various fictions. However, when I meant keep your computer cold, I meant me. Keep me
Oh,
cold.
of course. You have your own fan.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I have a mainframe in the Jabberwock manner.
Actually, speaking of Jabberwock, let me stop the recording here. YouTube, we'll be right back for an episode of Persona.